Hello everyone, this is Jessica here. I'm going to try something different. I just felt suddenly inspired to do kind of a live tarot reading. Okay, it's not live, I'm making a video of it. And I started pulling these cards with the question of asking advice for everything. I started like asking these individual questions, and I realized everything is connected, from the smallest little upsets in my life to the global and cosmic scale of things that are happening right now. The intensity of everything is so hot in so many dimensions in our relationships and just the climate in general, that I wanted to ask for advice. What is the way through for everything? For everything. So this is a spread that has 7 cards, and I pulled the first half of the spread for spiritual advice. So I'll finish out the reading, but this seemed very profound as I was doing it, and I wanted to make sure that I recorded it. And we'll see if I feel comfortable sharing it. Okay, so the top part is spiritual advice. And the first card is unknown spiritual influences on the matter. And here we have the 2 of Swords. And I see this card as justice is blind, and it's cutting. It hurts. And that was very interesting to consider, how one of the driving forces is justice, is bringing a balance back. And in some ways, it can be a little merciless as justice makes her way back to her right place. Because it's so clear right now that justice as an energy, or as a piece that belongs to the human psyche, to the cosmos, is out of sacred alignment. So we cannot abide outside of cosmic law. There has been a period of time where that's been happening, but now justice is rising again. And that's an unknown force. You know, we may be experiencing things as injustice. We're seeing the opposite of her right now, as she makes her way from our unconscious into our consciousness. Okay, card 2 is here. The Knight of Cups. This is more known spiritual influences. And the King is the beginning of contained emotions or contained spirit in the body, incarnation. And here we have this knight with his robe with fishes on it, which can be related to the soul. The Christian age was known as the fish, and we're also in a time of Aquarius, so water. And the cups are about containing. They are the vessel. And so we have the noble, sacred masculine containing the sacred feminine, the feelings, the spirit, the essence of the human, in a way that's dignified. So I like to think of those 2 cards together as justice is moving onto the earth plane. She's containing something that's been uncontained. Spiritual advice for the matter. Reverse 6 of Swords. So another difficult one. Swords are challenging. And here we have a woman who looks in distress with children, or at least a child, leaving. And this card is about leaving very difficult times. And when it's upright, the difficult times are kind of behind us, and now we're entering calmer waters, and we see the kind of wavy waters here, but calm here. When it's reversed, I took it as we might not be leaving yet. Actually, we are entering there. We are going into the depths of the problem so that the wound can be healed. So we are descending, not on the other side yet. Okay, the bottom cards are kind of practical advice on the matter. So spiritual is above, practical or more earthly. And so the first card here is unknown influences. So basically stuff that's unconscious. Okay, so Temperance, that's a major arcana. That's a powerful card. Oh my gosh, it's the Divine Feminine. It's the balance of the masculine and feminine. Look how it fits with the cups too. As the king, the knight is containing his emotions and moving into balance with the divine feminine. This card has the triangle on the heart of the angelic being, and the triangle is a symbol of the feminine and of cosmic law, how all things must be in balance according to cosmic law. So if we are living out of balance with the feminine, with the divine feminine, we are living out of balance with God's law, with how the universe is designed, or how the laws, as science understands them, operate on the material plane. One foot is connected to the water, and the other is on the earth. So again, it's showing balance between the spirit and matter. The earth, which mater is mother. Okay, it's reversed. So unknown influences. The rising divine feminine is not fully conscious yet. And my question, remember my question was everything. Okay, the next card is more conscious, known influences on the situation. This is practical advice for the matter. Oh my goodness. Ace of Swords. Lots of swords in this reading. So this is the highest expression of the card at the very top. The Mastery of Swords, and this is right thinking. Okay, so we're all kind of beginning to realize we're rooting down, we're seeing clearly lots of problems before us in personal life and in the world, and we are all recognizing practically that we've got to come to right thinking on the matter, and it has to be, if I can say this, the trump card of the suit. Okay, so what's interesting is we've elected Donald Trump as president. And Donald Trump is going to teach us how to reach the trump of the deck, the ace, and all of the suits. Humanity is very curious about what is at the top of the triangle, the top of the pyramid. What is the trump card for us? And we've clearly elected our shadow. And so what is becoming conscious is that right thinking about the matter. Because clearly there is a lot of wrong thinking. Okay. So this practical advice for the matter: unconscious influences, conscious influences, advice. Oh, interesting. The Knight of Pentacles. Reversed. Okay, so this would be similar to this knight moving into the world containing spirit. This one is containing material possessions. And I'm going to read this for the everything, as humanity has focused too much on the material and not enough on the spiritual. And we've made a lot of gains at the expense of the feminine and of the earth in our material gain, and we're out of balance. We've dominated rather than lived in right relationship with the material. We're seeing that at Standing Rock, as that's coming to a head. Understanding the value of the earth and of nature, which is intrinsically linked to the feminine and to the rising divine feminine. Okay, the last card in the suit is outcome, likely outcome. And this is not like divination as like telling the future. It just is asking for advice from my highest guides to help me just say the words that are for the highest good of all as I read these symbols. So this is an art, and it's play, and it's using the imagination. And who told us that it wasn't okay to use the imagination? And when did we decide that was okay? Because the imagination is everything. And if there was ever a time where we needed to use our imaginations and be very creative, now is the time. So this is a practice of using our imagination too. Just these cards are an exercise of thinking, what's the opposite of this? What's the opposite of that? How do these energies relate? This is a practice for us to open up our minds to the mystery that we are surrounded in, so that we can truly see the potential. That's what we've lost sight of. Okay. The last one is potential outcome, given everything. Oh, wow. That's a very special card for me personally. But I think too, it represents truly the divine feminine that's unconscious and unknown here, really becoming manifest. Here we have the number 9, which is linked to the feminine because, oh my gosh, it's a triple 3. And we know in the ancient world, the triple goddess was seen as one of the most powerful force in the cosmic view of life. And here we have triple goddess present in the 9 of earth or of pentacles. Here she is, contained, surrounded by a garden, in tune with spirit, and also in balance on the earth. It's interesting too, she's also between trees. And I usually think of the Bible itself as beginning with a tree and ending with a tree, the tree in the garden, and then the tree in the city of God at the end. And so the in-between is our time on earth. And so here we have this vision not of the destruction of the earth, the destruction of the worldview that the earth is going to be destroyed, that the feminine should be dominated, that the earth should be raped, all that kind of stuff. That's what's coming to an end. And for people who can't see any other way, it's going to feel like the death of everything, as The divine feminine returns to her rightful place as balance is restored, as right thinking is restored, as right relationship to the earth is restored. So let's begin to decide, to see clearly which reality are we going to choose to live in, because we all get a choice. You know, do you want to ride that train to the destruction of the world? Or do you want to ride that train here? I think that's our choice. We always have a choice. That's what this grand human experiment is all about. So may we choose wisely. Okay. Namaste.